Hello students, how are you? Fine? Okay. Let's start. In science, today we are going to start your chapter number 2 and chapter name is Microorganisms, Friends and Foe. So in this chapter we are going to learn about microorganism. So first of all we have to learn about microorganism. What are microorganisms? You know, there are many organisms are found surrounding us. We are knowing about them because we can see them with our eyes, isn't it? Suppose when you are passing on a road, you will get some animals like cow, buffalo, horse, goat, cat, even some birds also you are getting on your way when you are passing on way. You are getting my point? What I mean to say? Because this organism, this living being, we can see with our sensory organ eye. Eyes capture the image and we can see it. Getting my point? Okay. So now see, this microorganism is the word, is a combination of two words. One word is the micro and other one is organism. So micro plus organism. Now to learn about the micro, we have to take help of mathematics. You know, to measure the distance between two cities, we are using one unit that you learn in maths, that is a kilometer. So it's a too much distance. Distance between two cities, we are using that kilometer. Then, in our society, distance between one bungalow to other bungalow or one house to other house, that distance we are measuring in a meter. So it is smaller than meter, kilometer, meter. Okay. Then you come to school and teacher will ask you draw the 5 centimeter line segment. So in your scale there is a measurement given 0 to 15. 0 to 15. So that is a centimeter, small measurement. Then if you observe, if you see your scale, in 1 centimeter there is a small 10 lines are there. So that each line is 1 millimeter. Each line is 1 millimeter. Okay, and 1 millimeter you are saying it's a very small, so it's a very difficult to measurement. After millimeter there is a smaller measurement and that is a micro. That is a micrometer. Okay, so remember that micro means too small that we cannot see with our eyes. Too small that we cannot see with our eyes. Now you remember microorganism means what? That organism is too small in size. That organism is too small in size and that we cannot observe, we cannot see with our eyes, because our eye has some limitation. It cannot see all the things clearly. Okay, so microorganism is an organism which cannot see with our eyes, unaided eyes. We require something to see it. We require something to see it. So what we will do? What instrument we will use to see that one? Okay. So first we define the microorganisms. Microorganisms are living organisms which are very minute and cannot see or cannot visible by our unaided eyes, and we call it is a microorganism. So this was a very short question definition about microorganisms. Is it clear? The living organism which are very minute and cannot see with our naked eyes, naked or unaided, okay, means open eyes, okay, and we called it's a microorganism. There is another word is also there for microorganism, that is a microbes. Microbes, it's also called microbes. Sometimes in examinations a teacher asks the question, what are microbes? You will feel confusion. Microbes are not there, but yes, microorganisms or microbes both are the same. Clear? Now next thing is there, how we can see the microorganism. Our eye, unaided eye cannot see, means with the eyes directly we cannot see microorganism, but we have to use microscope. We have to use microscope to see microorganism. With the help of microscope we can observe microorganism. Only fungi is there that can we see using magnifying lens. Now question, fungi, what is a fungi? So before saying about the fungi, you keep a note, there are major 4 types of microorganisms. Remember students, there are how many types of microorganism? 4 types of microorganism. First is the bacteria, second fungi, third one algae, and fourth one is protozoa. So these 4 types of microorganisms are there. These 4 major types of microorganisms are there. See, as I ask you that fungi is found and can be seen with the magnifying lens, you can say Guillory Kach, magnifying lens, that palmist use not to see our hands line. This hands line is visible by using, even in your mobile phone also there is a magnifying lens, so that letters will appear bigger in size. So what to do in this rainy season? Very good time is there. You can do this experiment at your home, no problem. It's very easy. You take a piece of bread, okay, and due to this humid moisture contained climate, what happen, that food pieces will be spoiled after some times. So you keep as it is, for some time, then you will get some black patches. Okay, some patches you will see on that piece of bread, and that we call fungi. Okay, you ask your parents, they will explain you very easily about this activity, because they are frequently see this situation. So this microorganisms is visible with the magnifying lens to see its structure. Okay, in structure we are getting black holes in between. So we learn microorganism, then their types, major 4 types of microorganism. Now question is, where these microorganisms are found? Where these microorganisms are found? So microorganisms are found everywhere in this world, or you can say in the universe. Okay, microorganisms found everywhere in this world. You can go to America, Europe, Antarctica. Microorganisms will be there. They are found in all kind of environment. Either environment is cold or hot. Environment is cold or hot, microorganisms are there. Area is desert or forest, microorganisms is there. Same way, water is there, food is there, clothes is there, air is there, microorganism is found. You will get surprised that really you will get surprised that our soil means land, in the land there is all elements are there. Okay, only there is a difficult to get nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, and you learn about the nitrogen, that is the highest amount of nitrogen is highest in the atmosphere, and that is a 78%. Now who will collect this nitrogen from the atmosphere? Nobody, but someone is there to accept this challenge to fix up the nitrogen in the soil from the atmosphere, and that is one and only nitrifying bacteria. Nitrifying bacteria help us to fix up nitrogen from the atmosphere to soil, means from the surrounding to soil, fixing the nitrogen. Second thing, when your mother is making curd from milk, so in this process of making curd, bacteria is helpful to us. Without that it is not possible. Lactobacillus bacteria is produced in this formation of curd. Milk, there is a bacteria, and curds bacteria is formed due to presence of bacteria. Without the bacteria, curd formation is not done. Keep in mind. and growth of this bacteria is more in hot climate, and that is why we keep milk in a freezer. See, at a time I try to give you more and more information to you so you can easily link up. See, science is not subject that can only talk to one point. When we are talking of one point, some other point is also included. So whatever information is there, I am supplementary give it to you, that you keep inside in your brain. So whenever it is needed, you can use it. Our topic is microorganisms. It's a friend and foe. Thus, I am talking about the friend, how they are our friend. So as I told you, nitrogen is fixed up by the bacteria. So it's nitrogens are our friend. Friend, no, they do good work, helpful to us. Same way, our mother is making idli sambar, means idli making idli or dosa or that dhokla or this curd formation, that is due to microorganism. If microorganism is not there, then this food items you will not get it. So remember, this way microorganisms is act as our friend. I will show you the pictures of different microorganisms shape, and you will try to understand and try to draw its figure also, sometimes ask. But before that, you keep in mind some microorganisms are made up of only one cell, and that is called unicellular, and some are more than one cell, and we call it a multicellular. If organism is made up of only one cell, it's called unicellular, and organism is made up of more than one cell, then it is called multicellular organism. So students, remember that whenever you are learning about the microorganisms or microbes, you keep in mind it's a too small in size, cannot see with the naked eyes. With the help of microscope, they are visible. There are 4 types of microorganisms: bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. They are found everywhere in the universe: air, water, land, cloth, food item. Okay, so that is about microorganisms. Then we will talk about one more group. They are microscopic but not microorganism. That is a microscopic but not a microorganism. It's a microscopic but not microorganism. Remember, I repeat, it's a microscopic but not microorganism. Why and what is that one, that I will say. But before that, I want to show you one picture to you all. You can see clearly on your screen. There is this picture of amoeba. It's a unicellular, and it's a protozoa, example of protozoa. And this one is also unicellular organism, paramecium, same way. Bacteria, rod shaped bacteria, its shape you see. Then this one is the bread mold. As I said, now on bread you will get some patches, blackish, gray, blackish green patches. That is a fungi. And then this one is Spirogyra that we found in a river or water reservoir, green color. In there is a one word is used by us, that is a leal, a Spirogyra. Okay. So these are the, and this one is the amoeba, unicellular organism, as I asked you. Then you see, students, what we learn, that we will try to revise once again in a very short way, so you will not face any difficulties. Microorganisms means what? Living organisms which are very minute and cannot be visible by naked eyes are known as microorganisms or microbes. And that classification is also there: bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, and they are found in all kind of environment, range from ice cold climate to hot spring climate. From ice cold climate to very hot climate, hot spring, and from desert to marshy areas. They are present in air, water, soil, food, clothes, and other things. So friends, today we learn about the microorganisms, their types, and where they are found. So I hope you all are aware about these things. And one more thing I want to say, that is about virus. See, virus is a microscopic. Virus is microscopic. It is not a microorganism. Virus is a microscopic. It get nutrients from the host organism, either it is animal or plant. From the host it get nutrition and growth. So virus is a what? Microscopic organism, and due to virus some common disease is caused. When we go to the doctor, when we are not feeling well, doctor will say it's a viral infection. Okay, viral infection. Due to this viral infection you have fever, due to viral infection you have cough and cold. So that viral infection is what? Virus act on our body and we get some disease. So that is not good. Some serious disease also takes place in our body due to viruses like tuberculosis. This is like polio and chickenpox. Polio and chickenpox is caused by the virus, while the tuberculosis is due to bacteria. This is caused tuberculosis means TB. In short, we are saying TB, and in a TB, what we are doing? Frequently, we are coughing and coughing. Okay, so that is due to bacteria. So that is a bacterial disease, and malaria is caused due to protozoa. When Anopheles female mosquito bite us, we suffer from malaria, and it is due to protozoa. So it's a protozoan disease. So today we talk about 4-5 points. All that 4-5 points you have to remember, and next session we'll talk about more bacteria, how helpful to us that we see. For example, I said that some bacteria are there in our soil which make our soil porous, means soft. So that is a good for good crops. So in that way bacteria is helpful to us, and some bacteria decompose dead bodies of plants and animals. So it's a friends of our society. So whatever that waste is there, a vegetable waste or any remains of animals, feces and all, so that is removed from the earth by microorganisms. So in this chapter we learn few points. Now we will talk about more about this chapter in next session.